Today we're going to be trying a challenge in Terraria, because why not? This challenge in particular is 1 HP. Yeah, 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 I'm doing this. So, if you want to see what mods we have loaded, we got 1 HP mod, of course. Boss checklist. I'm only going to be going from meta game bosses though. Well, mandatory bosses. New beginnings, even though I made my character a purist, because why not? Compare item stats, because it could be useful, I guess. Biome titles, because it's nice to know when I'm about to enter a corruption area. Concise mods list, just to make this part easier. High FPS support, because I have decently high FPS, I guess. Dialogue panel rework, because it looks better. Loot beams, TF2 criticals, and hat simulator for cosmetic reasons. Heart crystal and life fruit glow, because I guess it just kind of make it a bit easier, but you know. And shorter respawn time, because if I have to spend half of this challenge at a goddamn respawn menu, I'm going to lose my mind. Anyways, we've already made the we've already made the character, 1 HP, 1 HP. Now it's time to begin. So, as you can see, 1 HP. So, pretty much any and all things will kill me instantly. By any and all, I do mean literally everything. So, I guess the real challenge of this is to try not get hit, obviously. So I feel for this challenge, the two best, well, there's two ways I can go about this. I can either go for a summoner class to have little minions fight for me and mostly focus on getting away, or ranger to have high damage and decently high armor stat while still being able to do damage at a distance. So I guess I'll just see what works out, I guess. So obviously this start is going to be decently slow. I'm probably going to have to play super defensively, considering the fact that I just can't get hit at all. It's going to be a common theme. Yeah. Cave exploration is going to be it. Okay. That is incredibly good early game. Because, I mean, look at that. It's got range on it. Also got a few torches, which makes exploring this cave a bit easier. And some grenades. I guess grenades would help as well. Alright, so there's an example of not only how fast it takes for me to die, but also instant respawns, because I can't. I guess you can kind of see why I'm using it. I guess. Nice. Yeah, I guess you can kind of see why I'm using instant respawns, because the amount of times I'm going to be dying in this playthrough, I'm going to end up losing my mind if I have to spend like 10 seconds each time I die. You know. Oh my god. If I have to spend 10 seconds each time I die in a respawn menu. That's. No. I'm not doing that. How does an umbrella do more damage than a spear? Okay, then I guess I'm using an umbrella. Do I have any glow sticks? Yes, I do. Okay. Yeah, so the one part of the game which I am super not looking forward to is hell exploration, because the instant I touch lava, I'm dead, and also most hell enemies are ranged, which is not good for me, because ranged is probably my one incredibly obvious weakness. I'm terrible with friendly glow sticks. But yeah, so pretty much, I am not looking forward to anything I have to do in this run, like at all. But hey, gives me something to do. Yeah, so for this first part, because I'm not filming this all in one day, and I'm gonna try and make this a couple parts. I'm gonna at least attempt to get a decent start, and if I do manage it, like at least get a couple good items and stuff, then I might attempt Eye of Cthulhu. But yeah, that is if I find the spawner or kill enough eyes to actually get one. Because, you know. Also, if you see me use life crystals at any point in the run, just know that I read in the mod's description that it doesn't use... that if you do use life crystals, it doesn't actually give you any health. Which is good, because obviously you need life crystals for some part of progression. Including randomized boss spawns, which I guess would be good, just in case I can't find like spawners or anything. So yep. Oh, shit. Okay, I'm doing this in classic, by the way. I might, if I manage to like complete this run, I might do it like a second time in like the harder difficulties. Obviously, if I manage to complete this run and the videos do well, then I will try do it in harder difficulties. So if when this run is complete and you guys want to see that, then you know, watch the videos, I guess. But so far, it's just preparation. I'm honestly not sure if armor is going to make any difference in this. Oh god. Okay. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure if armor is going to make any difference in this run because 1 HP. I mean, if you can get to like a high enough armor stat to the point where any enemy just does like no damage, then I guess maybe. But I don't think you can actually get to a point where enemies do 0 damage. So yeah, it's probably armor's probably only going to be useful for like armor based buffs. So in reality, to be fair, summoner could work because I don't have to worry about armor values. But again, we'll just have to see which class kind of works out more with situations. And obviously, summoner does take quite a bit of time to kind of start up in a run, because I obviously have to find all the stuff, which is gonna probably take a bit of time. Yeah, okay, let's try kill our first enemy. Okay, this umbrella is actually kind of doing me some good here. Yeah, I am probably gonna go for a summoner based class, only really because it means I don't have to do as much fighting, which is probably going to be the one thing which gets me killed like 99% of the time. So, yeah. And there's only really a few parts. I mean, I'm worried about like 99% of this run. Like, the only real parts I'm not going to be too worried about is like when is either stages where I feel like I'm truly prepared, or this beginning stage, because there's like hardly anything I have to worry about. But there are a couple stages which I'm a bit worried about. Plantera being a very obvious one. I am not exactly the greatest at fighting Plantera, especially solo. And I guess just any boss in general is kind of worrying to me because I'm not exactly the greatest at the game. And I know that kind of sounds a bit stupid, like why am I doing a 1 HP run when I'm not even like that good at the game? And that is a very good question that I would also like the answer to. But overall, yep. So if you ever wanted to watch someone who hardly even is that good at the game, try do a run where he needs to be really good at the game to not get hit, then you have come to the right place because you're going to see that exact process. You're also going to see a lot of deaths, like too many deaths probably, like especially since my weapon of choice is currently an umbrella. It's a 1 damage difference. I'm going to swap back to this. But yeah, okay. I kind of want the merchant to move in so I can just buy a anvil without having to waste my iron on it. So that's kind of what I usually do. But yeah. So let me go over like the 2 other classes and kind of explain why I'm not really going for them in particular. So I'm not going for melee. Melee is melee is probably the worst choice I could pick for this because the entire point of melee is to get close to attack. You need to get close to the enemy to actually be able to hit them. And, getting close kind of leads to a lot of situations where I can get hit. And as we kind of know, I can't exactly do that. I can't exactly get hit. So, yeah, being a melee centric class doesn't exactly seem like it's a good decision because I'm gonna get hit. And also, while I'm not entirely sure about the effectiveness of armor, I do kind of feel like it is going to be just a waste of materials and time to make armor. I could be wrong. And if I am wrong, then feel free to correct me in the comments. But as far as my knowledge goes, armor is going to be completely useless to me because 1 HP, if I get hit once with anything, I'm gonna die. And the entire point of armor is to reduce the amount of damage you take, and to kind of make it so that when you do get hit, you don't get hit as hard. But if just me getting hit in general leads to death, then I can't exactly prevent much about it, can I? So I feel like armor's just gonna be a waste. And mage, I'm gonna be completely honest. I know nothing about the magic, using the magic stuff in this game, in Terraria. I'm pretty much only a melee centric class. Well, no, I pretty much only go for ranger, which is like what I usually do. So yeah. Alright, yeah, I'm just getting this first recording here because I gotta go do something. But yep. This is pretty much just a proof of concept idea, really. Like, yeah, I've created this world, created this challenge, wanted to record it. I'm gonna start recording now. See how well it does. If it does decently well, then I guess I'll do a part 2. I'll probably do a part 2 anyways, because I actually want to see how far I can get with this. So, yep. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, or do something I don't really know. I don't really... Yeah. Have a good one.